Hi everyone, Steve here. Well, I got another video today. How's everyone going? I'm down in a great location. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm using my new Sony camera again, so hopefully the picture looks okay. I can still do that zoom in and zoom out thing that I couldn't do with my DJI Osmo Action 4, but I still will be using it as well for all those close-up shots. This camera here is mainly going to be for this point of view when I'm standing back a little bit. Absolutely fantastic camera. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really looking forward to getting out and testing it a lot more. But today's video, I'm shooting two actually. I'm going to shoot one on the electrical system finally on my four-wheel drive. I've got it all spruced up. I spent all day yesterday polishing all the car up, washing it. I even blackened the rear tyre. You might remember this was silver. So I finally got it all blackened up so it matches the rest of the wheels on the car. Looks absolutely fantastic. We're going away for Easter. It'll probably all get covered in dirt and mud and everything again. So let's get into it. I've got to set a few things up first and I'll talk away while I'm doing it. So I'm going to open up the door. I've got all my gear in the back here. I'm just going to open up the awning as well because I think there might be some rain coming. I put this on again this morning. I had it hanging up in the shed. And like I did on that previous video, I was speaking about the rack spracks. I just quickly unclipped this off the brackets in the shed and took me 5 seconds to put it back on the car again. And away we go. So just got to fold the awning out. She's pretty quick and simple, this awning. Like I said, it's for the price, it's a pretty good awning. Hopefully the wind will not be too much of a problem because I've just pulled the awning out and up it blows. I might have a remedy for that actually. I'll just put that in there. I left all my straps at home and I'm not driving home for them, so we'll just tie that around there. We'll run that through there. That through there. I've done this before, you know. I carry these around in the back of the car for just such an emergency. So there you go. How quick and easy was that, holding the awning down. There's a tip for you. If you want to secure your awning and you got somewhere on the back of the car to put it onto. I'm just going to put a pole up in here as well. There you go, all done. So we're all just about set up. I've got one more thing in here that I'm going to set up. I put this on the car the other day. This is a little Snow Peak table that I've had for a while. And I've got a little bracket here on the back of the car. I'll show you later on. Just going to put that in there. Then I'm going to get this leg out. Get it reasonably level. And I've got one other really important piece of equipment in here because this table has a tendency to tip up like that. I've got a set of multi-grip pliers here and I just clip them on there and that secures it on really well. Within minutes, I can pull up somewhere if I'm traveling and I can be fully set up. I've got my awning out. I've got a great table and I've got another table up here which I did a video about a few weeks ago. I've got another little table there which I'm actually going to use today. Yep. I thought I'll come out here and do a video on the electrical system and I'll move the camera over here and I'll open this up and I'll show you this and we'll move in a little bit closer and we'll show you all the components to my electrical system and how I use it. I've got my coffee machine in the back here. I've also put in a power board yesterday, so let's get into it and I'll run a bit of B-roll now showing you me setting all this stuff up and then when I come back we'll show you the rest of the electrical system. Cheers everyone. Okay everyone, I've got everything pretty well set up now. On cue, the rain has started, so I've had to move my Sony camera undercover. So I'm using the DJI Osmo Action. I've got my little table there, like I said, you can see a close-up. That is the multi-grips there that I was talking about, just stopping that pin from coming up. And that's my little Snow Peak table there. That's my other table that I made, and there's the kick-ass little electric barbecue that I'm going to be using to show you that as well, on how much power it's using, and also going to do a bit of a cook up just to test her out. I've only done it with Rob once. I've also got my coffee machine in there, my milk frother. I had to quickly duck over to IGA there a minute ago, which is straight through there, and buy some milk because I left the milk at home. But these things happen on these big jobs. So let's get into it. So in the back of the car here, we'll start there, eh? We'll start at the back with the Egon DC hub. So there's the Egon DC hub. This is what I call the brains or the heart of the system. I originally went with this because Phil has got this in his electrical setup, and it absolutely made wiring this battery system up so much easier. So if you're thinking about building your own battery system, I can't highly recommend this product enough. It is absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's a big outlay when you initially buy it, but the amount of work that it saves you in wiring up your own system is phenomenal. If you know how to put a red and a black wire in and just cut off the outer cover, this thing will make wiring up your electrical system so much easier, because it's very simple. You've got all your power coming in over here, you've got all your power coming out over here, 150 amps max. I can't see what that one is there. I think it's about the same, about 150. You've got two 80 amp connectors, so if you want to put a compressor or something in there, you can, like a ARB compressor. And down the bottom here, you've got all your auxiliary things that you can put in here, such as, you know, USB points, whether you're on a travel buddy oven or anything like that, you can put it in down the bottom there. On the back here, now a little bit of info about the box that I've built here. Basically what I've done is taken the single fold down seat out of the back of the FJ. I've still got the double seat here. I've just taken the single fold down seat out, and I've built this box so it takes up exactly the same room as the single fold down seat. There's only me and Annie and the two dogs, so the two dogs sit here. They get the biggest part of the car, and this thing here just sits here, and it's bolted down to the original bolt brackets on the floor of the car. I'll show you in the front there in a minute where it's bolted down on the front, but it's really secure, doesn't go anywhere. And if I ever want to take this out of the car and put it in something else, there's only one wire that is connected to this unit, and that is that wire right there. That's the wire that runs from the start battery off the car, and all the rest of the wires are self-contained in this unit. So absolutely fantastic. Down here I've got my 50 amp Renogy DC to DC. It's blue there because it's set on lithium. The battery is not quite charged. I've got the little travel buddy running at the moment. There's no solar at the moment, so the light's not on because of the rain. I have got a kill switch here if I want to turn the solar off. I just click that and it'll switch the solar off. The wire for the solar runs through here at the back of the car and up through the back here and up to the roof. This one here is the Anderson plug connector as well. So if I want to pull that out and plug a long, say I'm parked under trees or something like that, I can put an extension cord on there and then run it to another solar panel somewhere else. So that's what that is all about. Just here is a couple of cigarette lighter plugs and a USB, so that if I want to plug something in the back here like my ice machine. We'll start here with this. I just did this one only yesterday, haven't tested it out yet. Hopefully it works, but I needed to put a 240 plug in the back here. I was going to wire in a proper 240 power point, then I thought I'll just go get a power board. I bought a really good one. It's got its own cut-off switch there. It's got little doors that protect the power points there, and I can plug in my coffee machine, my milk frother, and now my kick-ass little 600 watt hot plate there. But we'll head around I'll get this camera, turn around the other way. We'll head around to the front of the car there because I think the rain stopped enough that I can go around the other side there and shoot. We'll show you the other part of the electrical system. If you've got any questions or comments or anything you want to know any more, just leave them down below. I might do a live feed one day if there's a few questions about my electrical system that I've missed out on. I can tell you about that, but I've had this in the car for nearly a year and a half now, so it's been going absolutely fantastic. I haven't had 1 ounce of trouble with it. I haven't had to reboot anything. I haven't had to fix anything. All the gear I bought was all Renogy gear, like the Renogy 50 amp DC to DC, the Renogy battery. I've got a Renogy, I can't think of the name of it now, shunt in there as well. And all the other stuff I basically bought offline from Amazon, and a few little products and wires and that I had to buy in Bundaberg. And actually all the cabling I bought that locally here in Kingaroy at one of the electrical shops here in Kingaroy. So I talked to Phil. He told me everything that I had to buy, as in wiring and shunts and DC to DCs. I basically picked my own battery, and I also picked my own inverter charger. I'll tell you why I've got the inverter charger that I've got, and I'll show you that now. Cheers everyone. Okay everyone, this is what it looks like at the front of the operation here. So the seat goes right back and sits nearly up against it. There's plenty of room still in the back of the car here. So if I can put the seat back, you can see there, Annie's still got plenty of room in the front of the car there. The travel buddy sits down there. I'll just put this seat up again. And this is the main part of the system here, what I call the working part of the system. You've got the brains down the back, but this is what does all the work. And down inside there, that's where the 200 amp hour lithium battery is. There's plenty of ventilation in there above this, so it's got its own temperature sensor in it. It's never ever got hot. You can see the size of the wiring that I've got running in there. There's my finger, it's thicker than my finger. There's the earth, there's the main power cord there. And these are your temperature sensors and your Bluetooth and everything like that. These wires here are part of the 240 part of the system. Now I had this wired up by an electrical contractor. Phil and I never touched any of the 240 side of it. That was all done by a private electric contractor, which is regulation. You cannot do any 240 volt install yourself. You have to make sure that you get that done professionally. That's the bloke that done it there if you're interested. And this is my 240 part up here. So these are the circuit breakers for the 240 system. That's my 15 amp in plug there. So if I want to plug it into 15 amp power at home and or at a caravan park or something like that, I can plug it in there. And this is my 240 power point just here. So that black cord there is running to that power port at the back there. So if I turn my 240 volt system on, now this is the display here. It tells me the battery percentage. It's at 92%, 99.59 hours before it goes flat. It's currently using 0.25 amps and 3.421 watts. So that's probably my little fridge there just running at the moment because the travel buddy's off. I've got 182 amp hours left. Now I did have it in the shed overnight, so that's why the power's gone down a little bit, and it's bloody cloudy here at the moment. So now the Renogy inverter charger I got, it's quite big and large. It nearly is as big and as heavy as the battery. I went with this one because I thought 2000 watts is probably all I'll need. You can get a 3000 watt inverter Renogy charger as well. The reason I went with a inverter charger is so that I could put in this 15 amp charger so that I could charge this battery up if I need to. Of course, you never know, you get cloudy weather when you're away. If you can find a 240 volt socket, you can plug it in, get your battery charged up straight away so that you can get back on the road and do your camping. Now this will charge off the car as well. I've got the 50 amp DC to DC, but this thing here will put in 70 amps. I think I've got a video about that. I'll see if I can show it to you and show you it actually putting in 70 amps. Okay, now that I've got the cord plugged in, I'll just show you how it charges. So we've plugged the 15 amp cord into my power box, which was all wired up by an electrician. So let's have a look. It's going in here, going through the breaker box there, and then going through the 2000 watt inverter charger there from Renogy. And you can see there 121 volts, input 218 volts. And if you look on the screen there, the battery's at 13.6 volts and it's currently putting in 64.7 amps. So this is a 70 amp charger, can put up into a maximum of 70 amps. I purposely let the battery run down I let it run down sort of every couple of weeks. I'll turn the solar panel off up on the roof there and let the battery run down just so it's working a little bit, and just let it charge up now. It was down to about 50% and it's already up to 57%, so it will not take long to charge that 200 amp hour Renogy battery in the back there up. So great system. This is fantastic. Like if you do get cloudy weather like it is out here now over a few days and you're camping and you do need to plug it into 240, that's why I put this option in here. So that was the reason I done that. But how you turn this on, this little button right here, you just press that. You'll hear it beep for a couple of seconds while it's doing its startup procedure. There you go. And we've got 229 volts at our disposal that we can use. So, and 100 and I'll just see if I can, and 182 amp hours. So that's pretty good, and I can use just about most of that amperage in that battery. A couple other little things I've got in here at the front. I've got my S.A.W Go that I can plug in when I want to use it. I've got this little kick-ass little box here that I've done a video on once before. It's connected up via the Anderson plugs here. That cord runs down through here up to here, and that's for me Travel Buddy oven, which is plugged into the bottom there. So that's a great little unit if you're after something that's real tiny. And I've got a video, check that out on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. Now you can just hear the Renogy's just turned off there. The fan was cycling while it was just starting up, but it's not using any 240 volt at the moment, so there's no need to for it to go on. So I'll just turn that on and we'll go back around the back and show you there. Now the seating mount brackets that I was talking about, you can see them there. They actually go into the floor, and I've got a little bit of storage room underneath the bottom there. That little green wire there is the earth to the car. That was done by the electrical contractor so that it is earthed to the car properly. And like I said, if I want to pull this box out, I can, and put my seat back in. That's no worries at all. So that is basically my electrical system, how it fits in my car. I'll go up over the top there, show you around there. Oh, that there, that's the main cutoff switch there. So if I turn that off, that'll shut the whole thing down. And just in the back there behind the thing that's the fuse. So if anything does go haywire, that should burn out first before the whole car goes up in flames. But that is a cut-off there as well. So we've gone with all the safety stuff we can in this system. Phil has done a fantastic job. I have got a little hidey hole under here as well that I built. This is actually where I do keep my coffee machine and a few other things. I've got a jack in the back there, and that's where I keep a bit of stuff occasionally. So it's a great little setup. I've been really happy with how it's turned out. It's been absolutely fantastic. It hasn't missed a beat. If you got this built somewhere, I reckon you would spend 6 to 9 grand in getting this built. I think this cost me about 2.5, maybe 2.7 to build myself, with the price of all the components and everything. So I think I've got away with it pretty cheap. It is absolutely fantastic. We'll get the cook up going now, and I'll show you some of the voltage coming out, eh? Cheers everyone. Okay everyone, I'm just about at the back of the car, and I thought I'd just show you one other thing. I've just started the car up, so let's grab the camera, and you can see there that the red light is now on, so the alternator is charging, because I just thought I'd start the car up and show you that. Now, my solar panel is not working because when I open the cover up, it's covering the solar panel up, so it won't put any charge in. But we'll cut to my phone now, and I'll show you the footage on that. And I'll just go through some of the figures on it. I'll put it up on the screen there. So you can see at the top there, the battery's at 91.3%, 200 amp hours, present capacity 182.6 amp hours, present voltage 13.4, present current is 19.6 amps. Now it does drop up and down depending on how much it's putting in. When I first started the car up, it was putting 35 amps in, and then it sort of tapers down as the battery gets to a higher amperage. So if the battery was really flat, it would be putting more amps in. The maximum temperature is set at 22 degrees Celsius. The maximum temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. And the minimum's 22, and down the bottom there you can see the cell voltage. So we've got 4 cells in it and they're all at 3.3 volts. So the app on this phone is really great for keeping an eye on how your battery's going. That's what I love about it, with that little Bluetooth module that's up on the top there. It gives you all your voltage off your solar panel, and the battery itself has got its own Bluetooth module. It gives you its own there. Now I've just gone into the app on the, that's the other Bluetooth module in the back of the car, and you can see there that it's showing the power coming from the alternator and through the DC to DC and into the battery, and it gives you all the voltage and everything. So start battery amps is 24.55 and the house battery charging is 22.82 amps. So panel voltage is only 13.9 at the moment, but it's not putting in any amperage because it's covered up. So, and it gives you total kilowatts generated. I got 177.973 kilowatts, and it gives you the house battery temperature, which is 25 degrees, and it also gives you the temperature of the DC to DC. So it is at 38 degrees. I have seen it up as high as about 42 on those really hot days. I do actually turn the DC to DC off if I notice the temperature gets too high. So I just got a kill switch there. I turn it off so there's no charge going in, and I charge it up once it's cooled down a little bit. But it's right at the very back of the car there, and it's got plenty of room around it. I've got it off the back of the car there so that it sort of has plenty of airflow running around it. And I think too, a lot of the time when we're driving the car, we have the aircon on as well, so the car's always pretty cool when we're driving. And I try not to put anything up against the back of it there when we are traveling. So let's get into starting some of these appliances up, and we'll have a quick look at what the power usage is on the phone here, eh? Cheers everyone. Okay everyone, I'm going to make myself a cuppa. So I've got everything plugged in here. I've got my coffee machine, I've got coffee in there, I've got water in the back, I've even got milk in my little milk frother here. Now I've got it all switched on, I've just got to turn them on. The only thing I forgot today when I was packing up was a bloody coffee cup, but I bought myself a bloody McCafe this morning, so I've just washed the cup out, so I'm going to use that. So let's get into it. We'll turn on the coffee frother, away it goes, and we'll have a look up here and see how many amps we're pulling. So got to read the right one here. So you'll see the house battery amps drop down because I have got the car running. Now it's still putting in, we're still putting in 24.5 amps. I might go switch the car off and we'll see how many amps that little coffee machine pulls out. I'll just pull those keys out or they're going to go beep beep and annoy the hell out of us. So let's go back to here and we'll see what it drops down to. So you can see now we're only putting in 0.15 amps. So this thing here is chewing about 20 amps. Phil's just messaging me. So there you go there. The little frother machine is using about 20 amps running that. I don't ever run both of them at the same time. I just do my milk first, and then I'll turn on the coffee machine and show you that. So we'll wait when the milk's finished frothing up there, then I'll turn the coffee machine on and show you how much power it's using, eh? Cheers. Okay, I've got my coffee machine going now. Let's have a look and see if we can see how much power it uses. So there's the coffee going into the cup out of the coffee machine. Doesn't that look good? So we've got to go back to the battery and we'll see what it's putting out. There we go, 114.9 amps we're drawing. So if I was to use the milk frother and the coffee machine at the same time, we'd be taking out like over 200 amps. So I don't think I should be doing that. But you can see on the screen there why it's running. It's just stopped. So hopefully that'll cut down now that it's not heating up. So minus 221 amps just come out. I want a bit more coffee than that, so I'm going to press the button again and we'll take another 121 amps out. But my battery is still at 91.5%, so I reckon it's pretty good for making a cuppa in the morning. And isn't it great having a system that you can do stuff like this? You can take a nice little coffee machine, you can do your milk. That ought to do. I'll just turn that off now, and I'll put my milk in that I frothed up there a second ago. There we go. Pour that in. And I've got another large coffee, not from the cafe this time, made from the back of the FJ. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is bloody good. That's good coffee. I think it was Moccona Extra Strong or something I put in there. So how good is that? If you want to build yourself an electrical system, don't be frightened to. I was very wary about doing this one, that's why I went to Phil. But as he showed me how to do it, I'm a lot more confident now with building something like this, and I reckon I'd have a go at it myself next time. But probably with a bit of advice from Phil as well though, because he is absolutely fantastic on the knowledge that he knows about these things. And it's been a great system, so check out Phil's camping reviews. Absolutely fantastic channel. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check him out. This is a great system. I've been really happy with it. Like I said, if you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to get this kick-ass little cooker going now. That'll be on a separate video, so make sure you check that one out. But thanks for watching, stay safe, look after each other, and happy camping, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers everyone, bye. Pretty good awning. I did that wrong, I grabbed hold of the wrong cord. Should have grabbed this one. There you go. And now we've got 229 volts at our use. Is that the word, use? Or at our, I don't know what the word is you say, at our 240 volt at our, I don't know. Stop messaging you bastards. Every time I do screen recording on my phone, a message pops up on the front of it.